In the rolling hills of Somerset, England, nestled between vast fields and tall, swaying trees, stood a tiny town called Greenford. The town had been through better times. Once, it had been a thriving town where the sound of horses' hooves and the chatter of market booths filled the air. The town had become quieter over the years, and the people who lived there were older. It was hard for the heart to beat like it used to. Oliver Whitley was a poor boy who lived in the village. Oliver's life was already hard when he was only 12 years old. His family lived in a small, falling-apart house on the edge of the town. The stone walls were worn from years of not being taken care of, and the roof leaked when it rained. John Whitley, his father, was a farmer who worked the land and barely got enough food for the family. Annabelle, his mother, got by with what she had. She made clothes for other people and fixed shoes that were too worn out. But Oliver's surroundings didn't make him who he was. It was his unshakable desire to rise above his conditions. Despite the hardships, Oliver's mind was filled with ideas, and it was this hunger for information and invention that made him different from the other children in the town. This is where Oliver spent most of his free time reading books about science, engineering, and ideas in the village's small library. He didn't go to school because his family couldn't afford it, but Oliver didn't let that stop him. His mind took every word he read as though it were fuel to his desire. He dreamed of building machines, tools, and innovations that could improve the lives of the people around him, especially those who, like his family, struggled to make a living. He had always been fascinated by the thought of green energy. He would spend hours sketching ideas for windmills and solar-powered engines that could harness the natural resources around him. One day he would whisper to himself, "I'll create something that will help us all." But for now, his hopes were just that, dreams. He could barely scrape together the ingredients to make even the simplest devices. The nearest city was miles away, and Oliver's family had no money to trip. So his work stayed little more than scribbles in his notebook, hidden beneath a bed that was too small for him to stretch out in. One day, as Oliver sat on the banks of the river that ran near his home, watching the water flow slowly by, a big black car pulled up beside him. It was sleek, shining in the afternoon sun, completely out of place in the small rural village. The driver, dressed in a suit and sunglasses, stepped out and walked toward Oliver. "Hello, young man," the stranger said, his voice warm and calm. "I'm looking for someone. Is your name Oliver Whitley?" Oliver, shocked, nodded. He had no idea who this man was or why he would be looking for him. "My name is Sir Theodore Hargrave," the man added, "and I'm a businessman from London. I've been told you're quite the inventor." Oliver blinked. I try to be, but I don't have much to work with." Sir Theodore smiled, clearly impressed. "Well, it seems that you have something special, Oliver. I've come here because I think you have the ability to change the world. I've been watching your work and I want to offer you an opportunity." Oliver's heart raced. "An opportunity? For what? How?" Sir Theodore went on. "I've made my fortune in sustainable energy. I've built systems that harness solar and wind power to provide affordable electricity to rural places like this one. I'm interested in seeing if your thoughts can be integrated into my work. I want to sponsor your schooling and growth, and I'd like to help bring your inventions to life." The words hit Oliver like a bolt of lightning. Here was someone, a stranger no less, giving him the chance of a lifetime. It was everything he had dreamed of, a chance to build something real, something that could help his family and the people of his town. "You're serious?" Oliver asked, his voice shaking with excitement. "I am," Sir Theodore said. "You have the talent, Oliver. Now all you need is the chance. I can help you with that." Over the next several months, Oliver's life changed. Sir Theodore took him under his wing, planning for him to study at some of the best schools in London. Oliver's training was nothing like what he had ever imagined. He learned from the brightest minds, learning everything from engineering and robotics to advanced green energy technologies. Sir Theodore's secret team of mentors and engineers led Oliver, helping him refine his ideas and bring them to life. Oliver's first invention was a small, portable wind turbine that could make enough energy to power a home. It was simple, yet successful, and it was exactly what the people in his town needed. Sir Theodore arranged for a trial program in Greenford, where Oliver's invention was put in several homes. The effects were amazing. Not only did the turbine lower energy costs, but it also offered a consistent, renewable power source, something the village had never had before. But Oliver didn't stop there. His thoughts got bolder, more complex. He built solar-powered water filtration systems, which he tested in drought-stricken areas of the country. He worked on making sustainable farming tools that would reduce waste and increase crop yields. His work won him accolades from the scientific community, but more importantly, it was making a real difference in the lives of people in rural areas. One evening, after getting yet another award for his work, Oliver stood on the rooftop of a building in central London. The city spread before him, a maze of lights and towering buildings. He thought back to his youth in Greenford, to the days when he had no hope of leaving his circumstances, and wondered if he would ever feel like he truly belonged in this world of wealth and innovation. Suddenly, his phone buzzed. It was a message from Sir Theodore. "Oliver, I'm proud of everything you've accomplished. But remember, it was your heart that made all this possible. Never forget who you are." Oliver smiled and looked out at the horizon. He had started with nothing, no money, no resources, and no formal education, but through hard work, drive, and the belief of one man, he had changed not just his own life, but the lives of countless others. In the years that followed, Oliver's inventions touched people across the world. He became a symbol of imagination and hope. Sir Theodore stayed by his side, guiding him and backing his work. And while Oliver never forgot where he came from, he knew that with the right chance, anyone could change their fate.